Hi, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so we've got some breaking news about a Russian billionaire who appealed against sanctions placed on him by the UK government in court. The Russian billionaire, who is an ally of Roman Abramovich, lost his attempt at London's High Court on Friday to overturn British sanctions against him after Russia's invasion of Ukraine. Now, the oil tycoon Eugene Schwidler, whose net worth is estimated by Forbes magazine to be about $1.6 billion, was sanctioned last March 2022 on the grounds of his association with the former Chelsea Football Club owner, Roman Abramovich. Now, his super yacht, Le Grand Bleu, was once owned by Mr. Abramovich, and the story circulated at the time that Abramovich lost the yacht to him in a bet. However, Abramovich sued a newspaper in the UK and won that story in court because he said it wasn't true. There have been a number of legal challenges against the UK government by Russians who say they've been treated unfairly. In another case, the owner of Motor Yacht Fee lost his case recently, and he hasn't even been placed on any sanctions. I'll place a link up here in case you haven't seen that video yet. But, you know, the fact that he lost his case and he's not even on the sanctions list means that this case really, I think, was dead in the water. Now, Schwidler's yacht, Le Grand Bleu, has been laid up in Ponce in Puerto Rico since last year. The vessel is not seized as far as we know, but I think it's just his inability to use that vessel because many of his assets have been frozen. Also, his two private jets were seized in the UK. Now, according to Reuters, the UK has sanctioned approximately 1,600 people following the invasion of Ukraine and frozen more than £18 billion, which is about $23 billion in assets. Abramovich is one of those who's been sanctioned and is challenging sanctions imposed by the EU against him, according to Reuters. Schwidler is a UK and a US citizen, but was nevertheless sanctioned by the UK in March last year, as I already mentioned. After the High Court's decision to reject the appeal, his lawyer, Michael O'Kane, said that the oil tycoon would seek to appeal at the earliest opportunity. He said he's never been a citizen of Russia, has not visited Russia for more than 15 years, and has been critical of the Russian government's actions in Ukraine, O'Kane said in a statement. He remains at a loss to know what else he can do to be delisted, given the absence of UK government engagement, policy, or guidance. If this judgment stands, it will make it virtually impossible for any person by the Foreign Secretary to bring a successful court challenge. As we mentioned, the owner of Motor Yacht Fee is not even on the sanctions list, and yet the court agreed with the UK government that his vessel could be frozen in place in Canary Wharf. Schwidler's lawyers said in court that he had no relationship with Putin, he had no involvement in Russian politics, and the last time he was in Russia was in 2007 for the funeral of Boris Yeltsin. He also said that the sanctions had destroyed his ability to conduct business and deal with his assets, which, like I said, probably explains why his yacht is sat in Puerto Rico since last year with a minimum crew on board and the vessel's not going anywhere. Now, in the judge's ruling, he said, "In my view, whilst the effects of designation are serious and the claimant and his family have been subjected to enormous inconvenience and no little financial loss, they do not threaten his life or liberty. The effects of designation are temporary and reversible, not fixed and permanent. The claimant is not permanently deprived of his property. He is simply deprived of the use of that property for the period it is necessary to maintain the sanctions." So there we have it. That is the breaking news. Mr. Eugene Schwidler has lost his case in the UK courts against the sanctions placed against him. And as the lawyer has said that represents him, they will appeal that. So we will bring you updates on that story if and when that happens. Now, in other news, the Cannes Yachting Festival is just around the corner, starting on the 13th of September. And a Twitter account has posted a comment that suggests there may be demonstrations at the event. Now, the Twitter account is at Yacht CO2 Tracker, and they posted the following comment. They said, "In a few weeks, we have planned to cover the Cannes Yacht Show. He may have the opportunity to write checks to the billionaire owner of a luxury yacht then." Now, he was referring to a post made by the mayor of Cannes, who said that he would offer psychological or legal help to the victims of woke tyranny. So he's suggesting that the mayor might have to write checks to these people, which suggests that they might vandalize or do some sort of vandalization of a property. Now, what I would say to the person on Twitter and to the people potentially going to demonstrate, whilst people will support your right to demonstrate, not many people support your right to cause criminal damage. And if you do so, you might find it's you who is writing checks to billionaires for the damage you caused to their yachts. All right, we're going to leave it there, and be sure to get in touch with us with any information about the stories here today. And yeah, have a great weekend, and I'll catch up with you soon. All right, bye-bye.